Today on Hopped Up Beer Review, we're going to be reviewing the Wildflower Honey Helles from Colorado Native. Thank you for joining us. Hey there, everybody. Welcome to Hopped Up Beer Review, the show where we give you our unprofessional, somewhat biased opinion about the beer we are drinking and reviewing. We are back to do that once again. I've got Andy in the attic. I've got Jay. I'm Ben. What are we drinking today, gentlemen?
We're going to have that Colorado Native. This is their Wildflower Honey Helles. I'm thirsty. I know Ben is. I assume Andy is, although he kind of made us wait a little. So.
Yep. Worth it.
Not the first time, won't be the last.
Did you shake my beer?
I did not.
Okay.
And just remember, I'm not the last one to have touched your beer. So
this is true. It goes through a couple of hands before it gets to me.
Yep. So
This.
Nice. Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates. That tastes like a Helles.
It does.
This is, as we mentioned, Colorado Native beers, Wildflower Honey Helles. It's Helles Lager. This is probably one of the lightest beers we have in alcohol content wise that we've ever reviewed. 3.8%.
I think it is the lightest
because we've had any of those Radlers. Thank God.
Yeah.
There's one coming up.
I know.
Oh no, is that a shandy? You got a shandy, yeah.
Shandy.
This has got 19 IBUs. For that faithful fan who's been following us through the early weeks and months, we reviewed one Colorado Native, their Amber, early last year. And as we mentioned in that, they use all ingredients native to Colorado. So this uses local honey in Colorado that technically includes local wildflowers due to the bees traveling about doing their bee business. So
and if I remember, they only distribute in Colorado too, right?
Yes. Yeah. So Colorado Native Beers is technically a macro since it's owned by AC Golden Brewing Company, which is owned by Molson Coors. It's out of Golden, Colorado. And so, yeah, they're pretty elite. They only distribute inside of Colorado.
So to our fans in Colorado, cheers.
Yeah.
I thought it was more than one that we had tried, but I guess you're spot on. Ben just brought us the one last time.
Yep. Yeah. The last trip I went last year, I brought one back, and then this year I brought a pack. So we'll have a few others, and yeah, it's given the distribution. I don't know how many views we get on a Colorado only beer, but we don't do this for reviews, right? I mean, we know that.
We don't.
We don't?
Because we keep doing it,
Obviously. Yeah. All right. What else do we to have about this one? Is that it?
It's a year-round beer. So that's all I got.
All right. I thought it was interesting. I'm just looking at the can here that they have a little slide scale, and it probably not going to come through very good. But the top line is sweetness, and it's right kind of in the middle, and then the bottom line is Colorado-ness, which is all the way to one side. So I don't know if that means it's all Colorado or none Colorado. I mean, I would assume
every
all.
can says that.
You think so? I don't
they should
that
call it.
It
should do it Coloradness.
That would be a Good way to blend the words, I think.
It's not on my can.
Yeah, it is.
You get a fun can.
This is funny.
So it's
Alright.
got,
Yeah.
it's got on here Crested Butte, 8,909 feet.
It's a beautiful place.
If I remember last time, did we have a bottle?
We had a bottle.
And under the cap had the different mountain peaks.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly.
guess
So I
they'll-
think I'm guessing that this is just another mention of a mountain peak.
Crusty bet.
So, all right. Well, who wants to jump out there and go first on this one?
I can go first. Thank you for providing it, Ben. It is very good. It's a nice Helles, light, refreshing, easy drinking. Almost reminds me of macro, but it has a little more flavor. So I'm disappointed we can't get more of these locally. But for me, it's a solid 7.
All right. Andy, what you think?
Yeah. It does have decent flavor for 2 being, and you can tell that it's really low alcohol, light tasting, but it is a step above those macros and their flavors. And it's reminiscent, and it's got hints of some of those German Helles that we sampled during the Advent calendar days. It's tough too. It's definitely better than a macro score, but I would wish it had a little more flavor. I give it a 6.5.
Yeah, I think for me, I think it definitely edges out of macro just a little bit. I feel like I can taste the honey ever so slightly. I don't know that I would agree with their sweetness scale so much as it being, right in the middle of whatever this bar is, this arbitrary bar on the side of the can. But I feel like I get a little bit of that honey, and it's really, to me, it's kind of like a macro with a little bit of honey flavor in it. And again, we go back and we talk about the Helleses that we had in the Advent calendar back in December. Those kind of were just a step above some of the American macros in that sense of being just a light beer, very drinkable, crushable. Obviously, this one at 3.8% would be crushable. So, I think this is like, if you've got, you're at one of those places where you have all the macro lineup and then you got this, hands down, you're probably going to want to grab this, in my opinion, because it just is that one little step above. So with that, I'm right there with you, Andy. That was the number I had in my head as well, 6.5. I think it's good. I think you could definitely, man, if you had this at a ball game, you'd be drinking these all day long and having a good time. So I think it's for what it is. It's a decent beer. That is going to give us a 6.7 for the Colorado native Wildflower Honey Helles. So definitely, if you're in Colorado, grab this one, give it a shot. Grab a 6-pack so you can take the whole time to unpack everything in this one, which is the Helles and the honey. So with that, definitely appreciate you guys checking out this video. Be sure to like, subscribe, and cheers that notification bell. Check us out on social media. Links are below in the description. And lastly, be sure to come say hey in Discord. Join our Hopped Up Beer Review Discord server and come say hey to the 3 of us and the others who have joined us. For Andy in the attic and Jay, I am Ben. Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.